1, 2, and 3. Module 4, Public Corporations and Privatization in Nigeria. Unit 1. Here we are going to study the introduction, objectives, main content, public corporations, reasons for establishing public corporations, important characteristics of public corporations, conclusion, summary, tutor marked assignment, references, required readings. In this unit, we will be introduced to the term public corporations. The emergence of the public corporation is a phenomenon of importance in modern administrative organization. Public corporations are owned and operated by a government and established for the administration of certain public programs. So we are going to focus on knowing about public corporations in this unit, their features and important characteristics. At the end, we should be able to examine public corporations, discuss the reasons why public corporations are established, and the major characteristics of public corporations. Main content. What is public administrations? Public corporations, are owned by government, are owned and managed by the state to run certain public enterprises of a specialized nature, requiring business-like administration. Public corporations are established by Act of Parliament. We define their power. The Act define their powers, their functions, structure, and relationship with other government institutions. Public corporations also have legal personality. They can sue and they can be sued, and they can enter into negotiation. They can sign contracts, they can acquire property on their own or on behalf of government. What informed the establishment of public corporations? 1. Flexibility and operational autonomy. They are established to enable them adopt business-like approach to decision making. 2. Foreign competition. They are established to check foreign businesses and encourage indigenous talents. Government decides to establish corporations which have the skilled manpower, finance, and management to compete effectively with the giant foreign monopolies. Another reason for establishing public corporations is because of the heavy capital requirements. Example: water, electricity, telecommunications, facilities, housing, ports and harbors, railways, etc. They require heavy initial capital investment. So both local and foreign investors are discouraged from providing them. So you find out that the government is the only person that can provide this comfortably from the purse of the common man. Public interest. Public corporations also was established for reasons of public interest, especially for welfare services like providing water, electricity, radio, television, etc. For national security. All those services concern national security and economic survival like coal, iron, steel, central bank, etc. They are best provided through public ownership. It's difficult for a private man to provide these services. 1, because of their capital outlay, and 2, because of the nature of the service, like national security. Another reason for establishing public corporations is to stabilize producers' income and development. Marketing boards were established in West Africa during the colonial era for the purpose of stabilizing the supply and prices of agricultural products. So such stabilization policy helps to remove price fluctuations and ensure a steady income for farmers. It is generally believed that the more direct control government has on the economy, the easier it is to influence socio-economic development. What are the characteristics of public corporations? 1. It's a separate legal entity and is distinct from the government, which created it. It has a corporate character of franchise, which confers powers upon it. It can do only what the charter authorizes. And that it's a corporation in the sense that it has the flexibility and initiative of a private enterprise. It has the freedom of administration and finance, freedom of accounting and purchasing, and has the power to recruit its own personnel and to sue and be sued in its corporate name. It's a legal person entering into contract, acquiring and owning property in its own name. Once it is registered as a limited liability company, it becomes a distinct personality on its own. It is incorporated under a special status of the Parliament, which lays down the public purpose its power and duties and immunities. Through the primary objective of corporation, though the primary objective of corporations is not profit but public service, it is run on business lines and not in accordance with bureaucratic procedures and practices. It holds funds in its own name, which is approved by the parliament periodically and which accrues to it through its own earnings. It also enjoys complete autonomy in the management of the funds. It has to operate within the broad outline of government policy. It cannot operate beyond government policy. It has to align itself with government policy. That's the day-to-day administration is to be the exclusive responsibility of the managing directors of the corporation. And then the personnel of public corporations are recruited independently in the pattern of business executives under terms and conditions determined by the corporation itself. Why are self-assessment necessary? What are the reasons for establishing public corporations? Conclusion. You can see even from the defining characteristics of public corporations that they are publicly owned enterprises that operate within the broad outline of government policy. And this type of organization has the flexibility and initiative of a private enterprise combined with minimum public regulation of its major policies. However, we're going to come across how government enterprises can partner with private enterprises for efficient service delivery in the form of this module. Summary. In this week, we have discussed the term public corporation, examine why they are established, and discuss their major characteristics, to term assessments, references. Then, Unit 2, privatization and commercialization. Here we are looking at the privatization and commercialization, the objectives, then commercialization in Nigeria, the implementing organs, the technical committee on privatization and commercialization, the Bureau of Public Enterprises, the Public Enterprises Arbitration Panel, the conclusion, summary, TMA, and references. In this unit, we will be introduced to the twin concept of privatization and commercialization. Both of them, that is privatization and commercialization, they are major plans of the Nigeria federal government's agenda to reform and structure the economy towards greater productivity and efficiency. So the aim of this twin concept of privatization and commercialization, the aim why government did what they did was to reform and structure the economy towards greater productivity and efficiency. So we shall be developing our understanding of the two concepts, which examines some of the objectives of the two concepts, and also discuss the main organ set up to implement the programs of the two concepts in the country, in our country, Nigeria. At the end of this unit, we should be able to discuss privatization and commercialization, examine the objectives of privatization and commercialization in Nigeria, their major organs set up to implement privatization and commercialization programs in Nigeria. What is privatization and what is commercialization? Privatization is the process of changing the ownership of government companies to private ownership through the sale of the shares of such companies to individuals who will manage the companies efficiently and profitably. You are transferring ownership of a public enterprise to a private-owned enterprise. And how do you transfer this ownership? By selling shares of such companies to the individual who you think will manage the companies efficiently and profitably. You're transferring these shares to private shareholders comprising individuals, corporate bodies. That is privatization. Transfer of ownership of government companies, public enterprises, to private ownership. How do you do it? Through sale of shares, sale of such companies to those that will manage it well. Then we have what is commercialization. Is to change the way government companies operate to ensure that they are run under the principles of trade and commerce, make them market oriented and with a view to maximizing profits. The third operation is the process of changing the ownership of government companies to private ownership by through the sale of shares of such companies to individuals who will manage the companies efficiently and profitably. The effect of successful privatization is that the public sector will be effectively restructured. So we are basing privatization on 4 core values. 1, government is into more things than it should be. That is, it is intruding into private enterprises and lives. 2, government is unable to provide services effectively or efficiently, and then they saw the need to transfer to private who can do that. 3, public officials and public agencies, they are not adequately responsive to the public. Finally, because these public officials, they are just like stewards, because they are not the owners of the companies, so they are not fully responsible or to the public resources. So government think it or thought it wise to transfer ownership to private people who may be responsive because of his position, because the business time belongs to him. He knows that he's there, but he's running the business for a motive. He has a motive in mind. I know the public has a motive, that is the welfare of the citizens, but privatization is mainly profit making. So it's like to them, they are seeing the resources, so they are responsive. Government consumes too many resources and thereby threatens economic growth. But if it is private, you see the private man trying to streamline processes, economize, if I do all sorts of things to ensure that he spends less and gains more. What are the main objectives of both concepts in Nigeria? Both of them were aimed at achieving the following objectives. 1, to restructure and rationalize public sector in order to lessen the dominance of unproductive investment in that sector, to reorient the enterprise for privatization and commercialization towards a new horizon of performance improvement, viability, and overall efficiency, to ensure positive returns in public sector investment in commercial enterprises, to check the present absolute reliance of commercially oriented private sectors on the treasury for funding, and to encourage the approach to the Nigeria capital market, and finally, to show the process of gradual transfer to the private sector of such public enterprises. Those, by the nature of their operations and other social economic factors, are best performed by the private sector. And our main objectives: creating a favorable investment climate for both local and foreign investors, reducing the level of internal and external debts, and then providing institutional arrangements and operational guidelines that would ensure that the gains of privatization and commercialization are sustained in the future. For effective implementation of government policies or programs, there are various agencies or organs that are usually established. Let us examine some of the implementing organs of privatization and commercialization in Nigeria. We have a technical committee on privatization and commercialization. This committee was established by the decree number 25 in 1988, and it was later revamped with the promulgation of decree number 28 of 1999, which established the National Council on Privatization as the principal policy and decision-making body on all aspects of the program. The technical committee, their functions and powers: to determine the political, economic, and social objectives of public enterprises, to approve policies on privatization and commercialization, to approve guidelines and establish criteria for valuation of the enterprises, to approve the enterprises to be privatized and commercialized, to determine whether the shares of the enterprises should be by public or private issues, approve the prices of shares of the enterprises which should be by public or private issue, maybe from time to time, so economic effect of the program, and deciding on appropriate remedies, supervise the activities of BPE, submit yearly reports to the President, receive regularly periodic reports from BPE on the program implementation, and giving appropriate direction. Then we have another committee, the Bureau of Public Enterprises, which was established by decree number 28 of 1999 as the Secretary of National Council on Privatization, in administering the day-to-day aspects of the program, as well as the interfacing with relevant government bodies, international organizations, consultants, and public enterprises. This BPE, what are the Bureau of Public Enterprises? Their functions: they are there, the to implement government policy on privatization, prepare public enterprises to approve of privatization, advise council on other public enterprises that may be privatized, advise council on capital investment needs of the public enterprises to be privatized, carry out all activities required for successful issues of shares and sale of assets of the public enterprises, make recommendations to council on the appointments of consultants, advisors and other professionals required for the privatization exercise, advise government on allotment pattern for the sale of shares of the enterprise, and oversee the actual sale of shares by issuing houses. Then we have the Public Enterprises Arbitration Panel. This one also shall be responsible for prompt settlement of any dispute arising between an enterprise and the council or the bureau. All disputes relating to performance agreement shall be referred to the Public Enterprises Arbitration Panel. Assessment test. What are the main functions of the National Council on Privatization? Discuss the four core beliefs on which privatization of enterprises in Nigeria are based. Conclusion. The belief that government was doing many things which private enterprises could handle efficiently and produce maximum gains led to the decision by the federal government of Nigeria to privatize and commercialize some of its enterprises. The main thrust of the program of privatization is the transfer of ownership in public enterprises from the government to the private sector, with the assumption that effective management of these enterprises by the private sector will lead to growth in the economy. What we have done in this unit was to examine the concepts of privatization and commercialization. The unit discussed the objectives of both concepts. We also examined some organs of government established to implement the big program on privatization and commercialization, and at the same time examine some distinct functions these organs were set up to